Now in this presentation, I would like to explain about the part number 3 regarding the unit number 3 in digital electronics paper. Okay, so here the part number 3. So the part number 3 is consisting of a logic families. Logic families. Okay, so here the logic gates and the memory elements are used as the fabrication of ICs. So here the logic gates and the memory elements are used as the fabrication of ICs. So for this fabrication of ICs, we use some semiconductor devices. So those semiconductor devices are based on those semiconductor devices or the bipolar devices and unipolar devices. That means here the logic families are classified into two types. Those are bipolar families and unipolar families. Okay, so here the logic families are classified into two types, bipolar families and unipolar families. So depending upon the direction of flow of current, so these are classified into two types. So here in bipolar, the direction is in double direction. So that means in the direction of current flow is in double direction, but in unipolar the direction is only the single direction. So that means depending upon the current direction, it can be classified into two types, bipolar and unipolar. In this the current direction is double direction. Okay, so in this a single direction. Okay, so now these logic families are again classified into two types. So those two types are, these are the saturated bipolar logic and unsaturated or non-saturated bipolar logic. Okay, so here in bipolar families or the major building blocks are the transistors. So bipolar, that is nothing but bipolar junction transistors are the major building blocks in the bipolar families. So that is the BJTs. Okay, so but in unipolar families, those are belongs to the MOSFET, that means the FET families. So MOSFET is the major building blocks in the building of these unipolar families. Okay, so here these bipolar technologies are dividing into two parts, saturated bipolar and non-saturated bipolar. So this saturated bipolar have so many number of logics are there. Those logics are RTL, and the next one is DTL, and next one is TTL, and next one is HCL, and next one is TTL, HCL, and the next one is HTL. So many logic families are there, but in your syllabus they give only RTL, TTL and DTL logic families. And next coming to the non-saturated logic families. So those are the Schottky, TTL. Okay, so and next one is the ECL. ECL is nothing but emitter coupled logic. So next one is a unipolar families. So the unipolar families are again classified into, so those are PMOS, NMOS CMOS. Okay, so here PMOS is nothing but P channel metal oxide semiconductor, and N channel is nothing but N channel metal oxide semiconductor, and CMOS is nothing but complementary metal oxide semiconductor. So now in this logic families, and regarding your syllabus, they asked RTL, TTL and DTL, and another one is CMOS. Okay, so now we will start the RTL logic. Before going to this RTL logic, the logical families have some of important characteristics are there. Those characteristics are, so these are the characteristics of this families. So here the speed, fan out, fan in, and power dissipation, noise margin, and so many characteristics are there, but some important characteristics are these. So here this is nothing but speed. Speed is defined as the time between the application of input to change output. That means we have to change from input to output. So what the time it will be taken, so that is nothing but the speed. And next coming to the fan out. Fan out is nothing but, so here the number of loads that the output of gate can drive. So that is nothing but, so I consider a gate. So here this is a logic gate. So this logic gate can operate with a 3 volts. Okay, so this 3 volts is used to operate another some of the gates. So for example, some of the gates are connected to this gate. So that means here this 3 volts can use only to drive remaining gates also. So that is nothing but fan out. So depending upon whatever the voltage is applied to the first gate, so that voltage is required to operate all other gates. So that is nothing but the fan out. So next coming to the fan in. So fan in is nothing but the maximum number of inputs that are connected to the gates. So for example, I consider a gate here. So here this is a gate. So that means fan in is nothing but how many maximum number of inputs we have to connect to this gate. So for example, in this gate I have connect the 4 inputs. Okay, so likewise that means how many maximum number of inputs we can connect to that gate. So that is nothing but the fan in. And next one is the power dissipation. That means the power consumed by the gate. So that means how much power is required to operate that gate is nothing but the power dissipation. And next one is the propagation delay. So that means the average delay time for the signal to propagate. So here this is propagate. Okay, so propagate input to output. That means when the logic gate is changed from input to output, the how much time is taking. So that is nothing but the propagation delay. That means the delay from input to output. So that is nothing but the propagation delay. So here these are the some of the characteristics belongs to this logic families. Now we will start the first logic, that is the RTL. So here RTL is nothing but, so here RTL, the first logic is the RTL logic. So here the RTL is nothing but resistor transistor logic. So here this is the resistor transistor logic. So this logic is implemented by using the NOR gate. So the NOR gate output is so y is equal to a plus b bar. Okay. So now I will draw the diagram for this RTL logic. So It is the combination of the transistor and resistor. Okay, so here this is the logic diagram for this RTL logic. So here this is the combination of transistors and resistors. Okay, so here first of all I consider the two inputs here. So those two inputs are A and B. So now with the operation I will explain the truth table for this logic. So here the inputs are A and B and output is V0. So now first of all I will apply the first input is 0 0. That means the four combinations are 0 0, 0 1, 1 0 and 1 1. First of all I will apply the input is 0 0. So when I am applying this 0 0, so here this transistor drives low voltage. That means it is in the cutoff region. So that means it is open circuit. That means the T1 transistor is open circuit. So that means it is a cutoff state. So and also the same 0 is applied to this transistor T2. So therefore this transistor T2 is also an open circuit. Therefore it is also a cutoff mode. So therefore both are cutoff mode. That means it is voltage is that means it is an open circuit. So here it is also open circuit. That means no current or the no voltage is close to the ground. That means the no path to flow this transistors. So therefore whatever the voltage, supply voltage is there, so that supply voltage is come to this V0. So therefore whenever we are applying of 0 0, so the output is high. So the output is high. Okay. So and next condition is when we are applying of 0 1. So this is A is equal to 0 and here B is equal to 1 here. This means A is equal to 0 is nothing but the T1 transistor is the open circuit and the T2 transistor is the short circuit. So here the T2 transistor is short circuit and this is open circuit. So therefore the VCC is can't flow through this transistor T1. Therefore the VCC is the current flow, the voltage, the VCC voltage is flows through ground through transistor T2. So therefore the output voltage is low voltage. Output voltage is low voltage. So and next one is next condition. So the next condition is A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 0 condition. So the next condition. So the next condition is also same. In this condition the T1 is short circuited and the T2 is open circuited. Okay, so the voltage, the supply voltage is flows through ground through this transistor T1. Therefore, in this case also it is a low. Okay, so next condition is 1 1 condition. So the next condition is 1 1 condition. In this condition, the transistor T1 is short circuited and the transistor T2 is also short circuited. The transistor T2 is also short circuited. That means there is a path to flow this voltage to this ground. So therefore the supply voltage is flows to this ground. Therefore finally the output is low. Okay, so when we compare this logic with NOR gate, so here the NOR truth table is, so NOR truth table is A, B, and Y is equal to A plus B bar here. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1 here. So the NOR truth table is 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 bar is 1. 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 bar is 0. 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 bar is 0. And 1 plus 1 is 1, 1 bar is 0. Okay. So now we compare these two truth tables. This is belongs to RTL and this is belongs to NOR truth table. So both the tables are same. So high is nothing but 1. Low is nothing but 0. Okay. So therefore this circuit, that means the RTL logic is implementing by using the NOR logic. Okay. So next we will move to the next logic. The next logic is DTL logic. DTL logic. DTL is nothing but diode transistor logic. So diode transistor logic. Diode transistor logic. So here first of all I will draw the diagram for this diode transistor logic. Okay, so here we take this output here. Therefore, so this is two diodes. These are the D1 and D2. So here these are the inputs A and B here. So these are the R1 and R2. Here this is a supply voltage, that is VCC. Okay, so the first the operation is I will explain with the truth table also. So here A, B. If I give only two inputs, so therefore the combinations are 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. So here this is the output. Okay, the first condition is when I will apply these two, that means 0, 0. So here this is a cathode and this is an anode. So very low voltage is required to operate this cathode voltage is very low voltage is required to operate this diode. So 0 is nothing but it is a low voltage. Therefore, whatever the diode is there in the input, so that diode is in the active region. Okay, so that means it is in the forward bias. So it is whenever you are applying of a 0, so this input diode is in the forward bias. So the forward bias is nothing but it is a short circuit. So for input A and also apply 0 to this input B, here this diode is also short circuit. Okay, so short circuit is nothing but this 0 is flows like this. So that means this 0 is flows through this diode D1. So here this is a cathode and this is an anode. So you have to operate this diode, high voltage is required. So why? Because it is an anode. Okay, so that's why. So this diode D1 is in the reverse bias. So in this case the diode D1 is reverse bias. That means it is open circuit. The diode D1 is open circuit. So the diode D1 is open circuited and D2 is also open circuited. So D2 is also open circuited. So that means whatever the negative voltage is can drive this transistor. So this negative voltage is not enough to drive this transistor. Therefore this transistor is also a open circuit. Okay, so that means there is no path to travel the supply voltage to ground. So therefore the output voltage is high. The output voltage is high. Okay, so and next one is, and the next condition is, here the next condition is 0 and 1. We are applying of a 0 and 1. So in this condition also, so what will happening here? So this logic is implementing by using a NAND gate. Okay, so here the NAND operation is A dot B bar. Okay, so here next condition is this is a 0. So here this 0 is nothing but, so it is a forward bias. That means it will be short circuited. So therefore it will be an open circuited. So therefore this voltage is not enough to on these two diodes. So therefore what will be happening? So this diode is also in open circuited and this diode is also open circuited. So that means the transistor is also open circuited. So that means 0.0 is nothing but 0. So 0 bar is nothing but high. So therefore it has an high voltage at V0. Okay, so and next condition is when you are applying of 1 0 here. So therefore it is an open circuited and this is that means it is a open circuited and this is a short circuited. So and also this voltage is not enough to drive these two diodes. So these all are open circuited. So therefore the finally this is also in open circuited. So that means whatever the supply voltage is there, so that supply voltage is come to V0. So therefore in this case also the output is high. Okay, so now we will consider the 1-1 condition. Okay, so now we consider the 1-1 condition. That means we are applying of 1 to A and B also 1. When we are applying of 1, these two diodes, that means whatever the input diodes are there, so those diodes are completely open circuited. So that means there is no path to travel this voltage to diodes. Okay, so and finally whatever the supply voltage is there, that supply voltage is come to this diode. So that means this is anode. For this anode it will come the supply voltage. Whenever the high voltage is come, this D1 and D2 diodes are the short circuited. So that means the diode D1 is short circuited and diode D2 is also short circuited. Okay, so that means there is a path to travel the supply voltage to this ground. So therefore after that, so this transistor is in the saturation region. So that means it is in on state. Saturation region, that is it is in on state. So whenever the transistor is in on state, so the output voltage is travel to this ground. So therefore finally the output is very less output. So therefore 1 condition, the output is low. Okay, so this logic is compared with the NAND operation. So NAND gate logic is, so here the NAND gate logic is y is equal to a dot b here. Okay, so the NAND gate logic is 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1 here. So 0.0 is 0, 0 bar is 1. Okay, and again 0.0 is 0, 0 bar is 1, and again 1.0 is 0, 0 bar is 1, and 1.1 is 1, 1 bar is 0. So we have to compare these two truth tables. Okay, so this is high is nothing but 1, low is nothing but 0. So therefore the DTL, that means diode transistor logic, is implementing by using a NAND logic. Okay, so this is the operation about the diode transistor logic. Okay, now the next logic is the transistor logic. That means, so in our previous, what are the logics are discussed, that means RTL and DTL. So that means it has some drawbacks in RTL and TTL. So in this RTL, the fan out is very less, the speed is very less, and the propagation delay is more, and the power consumption is very high. So that's why those are the drawbacks are eliminated by using the diode transistor logic. So that means what are the drawbacks are there in the resistor transistor logic? Those all drawbacks are eliminated by using the diode transistor logic. So okay, so here in this the drawbacks of this RTL is the fan out is 4 or 5, and next one is the fan in is 4. Okay, so the speed is less. Okay, and next one is the propagation delay is less. So therefore these all drawbacks are eliminated by using the DTL logic, that is diode transistor logic. So all these drawbacks are eliminated in diode transistor logic, but the speed of this logic is less. Okay, so it is very less speed. So therefore this drawback is eliminating by using the transistor logic here. Okay, so now we will discuss the operation with the one truth table. Truth table. Now here, so this transistor is a 3-input transistor. So this is T1 and T2 and T3 transistors. For this T1 transistor, we have to apply the 3 inputs here. So those 3 inputs are 0, 0, 0, and here this is the output we will observe. So this logic, it will follow the NAND logic. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, and 111. So these are the combinations. So for example, for this T1, any one of the input is 0. So any one of the input of T1 transistor is 0, 0. So that means here the T1 transistor drives this T2 transistor and T3 transistor. That means the T2 transistor and T3 transistor, both the transistors are in cutoff mode. So that means T2 and T3 are in the cutoff region, cutoff mode. So here the cutoff mode is nothing but, so both the transistors are open circuited. So here both the transistors are open circuited. That means this is T2 and this is T3. So now that means there is no path to travel this supply voltage to this ground. Okay, so that means whatever the supply voltage is there, so that supply voltage is appear at the V0. Okay, so here therefore whenever you are applying of all zeros, the output is 1. So that is nothing but the output is high here. Okay, so now and next one is, next condition is 0, 0, 1. I am already told any one of the input of this transistor T1. So that means this is 0, 0 is there, and 0 is there, and 0 is there, 0 is there, 0 is there, 0 is there. So therefore up to the number 6, 0 is there. So that means the transistor T2 and T1 both are in the cutoff region. That means these are the short circuited. There is no voltage to flow through this transistor to ground. There is no path to travel the voltage through these transistors. So therefore the corresponding output is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, now we will see the case number 111. So here when we are applying of ones here, when we are applying of 3 ones here, so that means the transistor is provide high voltage to this base of the transistor T2. So it will the base of the transistor. So when ABC is 1, 1, 1. So the base of the transistor, the base of the transistor 2 has high voltage. Okay, so high voltage. That means the high voltage is nothing but, so here the transistor T2 is in the saturation region. So here the saturation region is nothing but the transistor is in the short circuit. So here the short circuit is nothing but there is a path to provide these two transistors to flow this ground. Okay, so here this is T2 and this is T3, and therefore it is an high short circuit and this is also short circuit. That means there is a path to flow of this voltage through this transistor to this ground. So therefore finally the output voltage is 0. Okay, so here the transistor logic is very important logic. So this logic is used in our fabrication of ICs in VLSIs, MIS, MSI, that means medium scale integrated circuits. So those all circuits the transistor logic is used. Okay, the next logic is the CMOS logic. CMOS logic. So CMOS is nothing but complementary metal oxide semiconductor logic. Okay, so this is the circuit for CMOS logic. So this CMOS logic is also implemented by using the NOR logic. Okay, so here it has two types of MOSFETs are there. So here this is a PMOS and this is an NMOS. So here these two types of MOSFETs are cascading. Okay, so that means the PMOS are pull up and the NMOS are pull down here. So therefore this is the construction about complementary metal oxide semiconductor using NOR gate logic. Okay, so the first of all I have applied 2 inputs, so therefore we will get the 4 combinations here. So one thing you have to remember for this PMOS, so when we are applying of on condition, that means 0 will be on condition and 1 will be the off condition. Okay, so and next for this NMOS technology, so 0 for off and 1 for on here. Okay, so therefore here when you are applying of 0 0 here, so that means here this is 0 and this is also 0 and here A is 0 and here this is the B is also 0. For the Q1 transistor, when we are applying of 0, so 0 is nothing but on. So that means the Q1 is on and Q2 is also on. Okay, next one Q3. So that means Q3 is equal to 0 and Q4 is equal to 0. So 0 is nothing but off condition. That means here Q3 is off and Q4 is off. Okay, so then we will check out the output. So on is nothing but this is a saturation region. So off is nothing but these are the cutoff region. So whenever these two are in saturation region, that means the voltage is goes to this V0. So that means the output is high here. Okay, so next we will check out the next condition, that is 0 1. So when you are applying of 0 1 here, okay, so here this is also 0. Okay, 0 1 0 and 1 here. So 0 is nothing but, so the Q1 transistor is on, the Q1 transistor is on and the Q2 transistor is off. Okay, so the next transistor Q3. So when we are applying of a 0, so here 0 is nothing but off condition. So Q4 is 1, so that is nothing but on condition. Okay, so therefore this is on and this is off and therefore this is off and this is on, therefore the output voltage is low voltage. Okay, so and after that the next condition is 0 and 1 here. So when you are applying of 0, that means this is 1 and this is 0 here. Okay, so the next condition for Q3, this is 1 and this is 0 here. Okay, so that means when we are applying of 1 to this PMOS transistor, the PMOS transistor is off condition. Okay, so the next one is the Q2 transistor. That means when you are applying of a 0, so it is in on condition. Okay, so the next one is here Q3 is 1. So 1 is nothing but it is on condition and 0 is nothing but it is off condition. So therefore the finally the output is low output here. So the next condition is 1 1 condition. So when you are applying of 1 1 here, so this is also 1 and this is also 1. So that means this is 1 1 condition is nothing but these are off condition and this is also both or these are in on condition. So therefore, so that means 1 1 is nothing but this is off condition and this is also off condition. Okay, so here next coming to the Q3 and Q4, one we are applying of this is an on condition and this is also on condition. So therefore the final output is low here. Okay, so in this way you have to develop this CMOS logic by using this circuit. Then we will compare with